So what's up, Ken?
Yo, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're buying all these dips that you see.
Oh, I am, man. Feeling good, feeling excited. Lots to look forward to in the crypto universe or metaverse. Um, I mean, gosh, it's been a while since we kind of gone on a podcast. We've kind of had a little bit of a break. Uh,
Sure, sure,
got a
sure.
got a chance to see some family and whatnot, and that was really well needed. But
Yeah, sure.
there has been, all I can say is just a tremendous amount, I think, of opportunity. And for those of us who are hodling, it's,
Good job.
yeah.
Good fucking job.
Yeah. At this point, it's just like keep hodling and buy some more, buy what you
Buy
can,
more. Yeah, buy
just
what you can.
build, accumulate, because we know how crypto goes. It is always going to be volatile,
Yeah.
right? And nothing that we ever say here is financial advice. It's always financial opinion. But you know, we we take a look at what's happening. We look at the what's happening in the macro with our news, right? All the
Hopefully this teaches everyone a lesson to keep some cash on the side.
yeah.
Don't be all in on crypto because when these crashes do come, you're not going to be able to buy in. Thank
Right.
God I'm not a billionaire because I would have been way overexposed.
I guess that's something to learn as we go.
Yeah.
But some of us, we're just like, myself included. Being overextended is because we believe in it so much that it's hard for us to reason against it. It's like we know it's gonna go right, but we never know. We never know. Where none of us has a crystal ball. All we do is we have intuition, right? And we use our intuition to make our best educated guess, right? And we do that by doing our own research and finding projects that we believe in. Where some of you out there might love meme coins and stuff like that, which is totally valid. It's fine, take what you will. But I really, as a geek, ever since I was like in my teens, I was always like really into computers and making video games and stuff like that. And I have a respect for the technology. I love what's happening in the space. Some of these projects are on fire right now.
Here they are.
They're making connections, building partnerships, building their software. Their dApps are growing, and the sentiment in the market is getting pumped,
It's
right?
Phantom. It's Phantom. It's Cardano. It's Luna.
Yep.
It's the hope of Ethereum 2.0.
Yep.
It's all these great projects that can do what Ethereum does better, faster, cheaper.
That's right.
And that's where we saw the money flowing. We had a little 4 month mini alt season, and all the proof of stake blockchains went up like crazy, while the
Oh,
Ethereum dominance dropped.
yes.
We saw this on the channel plenty of times.
Yes.
Every day we were pointing this out.
And we can just see that this sort of, you want to call it a mini bull cycle, has just been a small preview of really what's to come. And I still believe we're looking bullish in the long term. Short
Yeah.
term right now looks a little bearish. That's something we're going to discuss today. But I think the long term here is plan for 6 to 12 months out, right? What do you think is really going to happen in that term? Because that should be the information that's making the decision today, especially if you think you're, a long term holder.
Well, I know I'm a long term holder, but I'm also a hypocrite. I'm also a hypocrite because when I saw signs of people exiting, and
Um,
I just kept on holding. If I would have switched everything over to USDT back then,
sure.
The
You know,
drop happened. People called it. Believe it or not, Meet Kevin.
yeah,
He predicted the crashes.
yeah.
He predicted both peaks on the exact day, and he predicted it in January.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
and
got some
it has to do
information.
with interest. It has to do with interest rates.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
very interesting.
That's some
Interest
data
rates
to
are
take a
going
look at.
up. Crypto's going down.
Huh. Wow.
I'm not smart enough to explain why, but it's what's been happening.
Well, it's like this space is constantly ever growing. So, the more we find out, I mean, just smartness in this space is really not something that anyone has in the beginning. It's like you
Right.
learn as you go.
Yeah, like look at Mark Cuban getting rug pulled and
Right, exactly. Iron Finance was something he thought was great, and look what happened, right? So it just shows you that anything can happen in this space. No one knows everything. You just got
no
to go with the fundamentals, right? The fundamentals of what makes a project worth holding, right? And my
use
personal
cases.
view on it is like I wasn't so worried about selling because I was more interested in participating. I was like,
Right.
well, I love the technology aspect of it. Now, all of us here are definitely into crypto because we see some monetary gain potential. But at the same time, why not be a participator in the space, right? You can get rewarded for that way. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to do that. Let me stake my coins and be part of the adventure, right?
Right.
I look at it as the journey of writing down in history,
Right.
right?
You're participating in the network. You're participating
Yeah,
in building the decentralized internet that we all
right.
hope for.
And for some of us, we don't necessarily have a lot of tech to be able to do all the things like mining and all that stuff. So whatever little thing we contribute, it plays into the bigger part of the game, right? Like I volunteered to do be an edge node for Theta because I believe
Yeah.
in the technology
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Theta, right? So I think video's not going anywhere. I think they have a great future proof outlook on the space.
I think a decentralized YouTube is needed
Yeah. You telling me? You telling me?
for personal reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Crypto Lodge before, right?
Yeah.
So, and it was like, for what? Because somebody has the God Hammer to smack it down, and it's not trying to bite the hand that feeds, but it's
Meanwhile, I just in the Telegram I posted a picture of an advertisement that YouTube threw at me, a video suggestion, where
yeah,
the title was "XRP will make you rich,"
yeah.
and I got canned.
Not financial advice though, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, what the hell is that? So clearly,
So we need decentral. I think DApps are going to overpower apps. DApps are going to become. They already are better than apps. Decentralized applications blow applications out of the water, and
right?
that's the trend we're moving towards. And Theta knows this, and that's why they keep expanding. That's why they got all the funding in the world.
Yeah,
That's why Google's looking into all these different platforms, including Omi, like you.
yeah. Oh my God, freaking one of my favorite projects. I've been in Omi since I want to say quarter 1 of this year, and it's awesome. I mean, it's had a overall downtrend, right? So the price hasn't been doing so well, but what Omi has been building, Ecomi, the company has been building, is
Amazing.
so amazing. It's for those of you who are not aware of Ecomi, they create premium licensed collectible NFTs, right? So we're talking everything from Back to the Future to Superman to Batman to now they've just announced this week Marvel. Oh my God, the only licensed NFT platform that can do Marvel NFTs. Now imagine that. They're going to be selling comic books, statues, right? All these sorts of things. And
Amazing.
yeah, I see a marketplace like that, and there's a great company to reference that's not in the crypto space, but it's for collectibles, and it's called Sideshow Collectibles. Personally, my brother, he's really involved in collecting statues, and he goes to Sideshow for his most premium collectibles, and I see how much money goes into a space like that,
Have
and
you
I
heard of
look
the
at
Bored Apes Yacht Club?
yes, I have the American Kennel Club or something like that. They're donating to or something
Yeah,
along
yeah.
those lines. Yeah, it's a really really cool project. It was like 10,000 NFTs that they gave out that people are basically they're going for about an ETH. Some of them more than that.
More millions.
You know, I'm sure for the few of them that are really up there, it's quite incredible.
Yeah, you buy you buy a ticket into the yacht club by purchasing an NFT avatar. Then you get to go into the yacht club. It's
What a
pretty cool.
what a cool idea,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. And the
Yeah.
monkeys look great. I gotta admit, there's 10,000 of them. I think they made it start. The monkeys
Yep.
are awesome. The monkeys are really
That's
cool.
so cool.
Yeah,
I NFTs are just one avenue that's in crypto, and it's
yeah.
just I mean
Well,
this.
NFTs just scratch the surface. We're
Yeah, they really do, don't they? And it's
NFTs are going to get into ticket sales. They're going to get into copyright. They're going to
uh,
get into just
real
ownership,
estate.
privacy,
Cer-
piracy, just ownership over everything, real estate,
yeah,
assets, all
anything
sorts.
that you can put a certificate on, done.
You could
NFT.
just say, a rich guy could just say, okay, here's 7 gold bars, 14 silver bars,
Yep.
my family heirlooms, and I'm going to lock that all up and give my grandson the NFT, and only the NFT can access it because
Yeah.
the NFT is the most secure thing
I mean, that's where you would put a will, you
in an
know.
NFT. NFT wills.
That's just
Yeah,
that's a market waiting to happen.
yeah.
It's just like
You hear us?
anything.
You hear us? All you entrepreneurs out there, NFT wills.
Yeah, I think of companies like Chainlink and doing things with NFTs where it's making that information just associated with the blockchain, or even Cardano with identity on the
Oh my
blockchain.
God!
These are just like you said, it's scratching the surface of the crypto universe on how things are going to pan out, right? So um, when we look at something like a short term, right, everybody's looking at this market and they're looking bearish right now in the short term. Are we going to
Anybody
go
who bought
down?
in less than 6 months ago is looking bearish. Is
Yeah.
feeling bearish.
Right now, we might we might see 24K Bitcoin, right? When we were at the
It could
all-time
happen. It
60.
could happen.
And
It could go lower.
we just got to remind you guys that this is short term,
Short
right?
term volatility. Yeah.
So if you're in crypto for the trading, which I know some people are, one, you're crazy. But I'm just joking. But it's just when you're looking
Leverage traders are crazy.
into crypto short term and you're trying to make these predictions, you just gotta remember this is nothing like stocks, and crypto kind of does what it wants.
Right.
And the
Stock
markets
market's
are,
been going up. Crypto's been going down.
yeah, are the again, the market sentiment has been going up, and
Sentiment
people,
of the crypto market has been going up. Yes.
we are more bullish than ever in crypto despite this dip.
That's
So
correct.
long term, you got to think this is something that is still growing exponentially. And as we get further down the road, there's no going back. There's no going back. This technology is I firmly believe is changing the world on a under like the skin type of level.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that, and I can't say that all the stuff that's going on right now. Yes, it looks bearish, and if you want to do the swing trades and stuff like that, that's fine. I honestly really don't care. My point of view is, look, I'm in for the long haul. All of these buy-ins and buyouts, I'm just dollar cost averaging, man. Just I'm staking my tokens. I'm earning rewards that way in a market that is in a dip, and just find other ways to get rewarded with crypto. You don't have to always keep it on an exchange and trade it, right? You can get involved and use this as an opportunity to learn more about projects that you may not know about,
Right.
right? And participate in that,
Right.
right? So that's how I look at it, and I think it's like almost like a big sandbox. So what do we got? Are you looking up for charts or stuff like that?
Yeah, I just want to show the. If I can find my tab here.
Here we go.
I just want to show the dollar. When the dollar goes up, the Bitcoin goes down every single time. Every time the dollar has a pump, Bitcoin has a dump, and I'll show you. Sorry to the audio listeners.
Okay, so we're looking at BTC to USD tether, which has been another interesting case recently.
We're looking at the BTC USD valuation and the US dollar currency index,
Got it.
which should be at 100%. That's stable. Like ideally, the dollar should stay at 100. But we're under now, and recently we've had a dump starting March 18th. And March 18th,
There you go.
Bitcoin actually hit the peak, 64,000. That's when it actually hit the peak when the dollar went down.
Yeah, well, April 14th, something like that.
Yeah, this period here. And especially if you look back at, let's say, 2017, the ICO rush,
Right.
and go to December.
A little further up. Yeah, I think you're looking at that's 2013. Looking for 2017? There you go. A little back.
Right there.
There you go.
Right there. And then the dollar had a big move up.
Yep.
When
Yeah, it dipped a little bit in January and then it went up.
Right. So when the ICO boom was over and it started coming back down to earth, the dollar went back up.
Yep.
There's other videos on the internet that show this much better than I did, but there is a direct correlation between the dollar going up and and Bitcoin.
I mean,
going down.
well, everything is sort of relative against the US dollar in crypto for most part. I mean, that's what most everybody is using against.
Inflation definitely affects the price of Bitcoin. The interest rates,
Yeah.
and they've been going up, and so Bitcoin's been going down. I think it's a bunch of different reasons.
I mean, it's all interconnected. I mean, we're not working in
Right,
two separate universes here,
right,
right? Crypto stems from the traditional financial world, so there are some ties that absolutely exist, right? If we had no correlation to the U.S. dollar, then it's like the world is operating on a cryptocurrency basis, and that's not the reality. We still work with fiat, so we have this connection that's always, for the foreseeable future at this point right now. Fiat's going to be here to stay, for a while. I don't think fiat's going anywhere anytime soon. Um, so maybe down the line, 50 years from now, we'll see something different. But, you know, on a macro, that's what I can see for now. We're going to always be tied and dependent on how well governments control their currencies and how inflation influences all of that, and the involvement and the mass adoption of how crypto is going to be implemented. The more utility that we give our space, the more people will get in, and it's as simple as that. Uh, you know, meme coins are great for a little while, and then after everybody sees there's nothing to do but gamble with a meme coin, it's like, okay, well, that was fun. I'm out.
yeah.
you know? So this is, just my opinion. But I think as we start to see more institutions really adopt crypto into their fundamentals, then we'll definitely keep seeing the entire space grow.
I think Atari is going to have a domino effect. It's the first publicly traded company to launch crypto. If they pull it off, I think Disney's going to want one. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's going to want one.
I mean, we saw that with Netflix.
If Atari pulls off even half of what they said in their white paper, their crypto will become 10 times more valuable than their stock in market cap. Their stock is less than $200 million.
Yeah.
So the crypto it was already 200 million.
I believe it. You know, as long as they can keep their stuff together. that's that's
Crypto's the first thing invented that allows people that contribute in a protocol to own a little piece of that protocol. Imagine if the internet, when it was being built, had a little token, and you could buy a token to help run the internet. That's what new internet is. That's what decentralized internet is going to be. That's
yeah.
why I grabbed a bunch of Gollum.
That's smart.
While the
It's
price,
smart.
I'm,
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm thinking in a couple, 4 years tops, 5 years tops. I think decentralized clouds are going to take over Amazon and Google.
I totally believe it. I mean,
And I think
everybody right
decentralized,
now using Dropbox or Google Drive.
all
Uh,
decentralized email, blockchain email. Come on. Why didn't anybody do
Absolutely.
that yet? Blockchain email.
Yeah. Yeah. As because that the things that we take for granted today, right? Those are things that here's the thing, right? For I think anything that has ever been tremendously worthwhile in any industry seemed too obvious to make.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's like when they invented it, everyone else thought, why didn't I think of that?
Right. Because it's
It's
so
obvious.
obvious.
Right. It's right.
But
The answer's always right in front of you.
exactly. So, when you start seeing those things and people are, they're adopting them because it makes sense. It makes sense. More privacy, less ability to be hacked. Imagine an email where you wouldn't really have to worry about Google spying on your information
That's
because
right.
they hold their entire servers in
Right.
their own space, right? It's like there's none of that, right? Because
That's
it's
why I'm
all
bullish on
encrypted.
Gollum. That's why I'm bullish on Theta.
Yep.
I think there's going to be these decentralized alternatives to the big six or whatever, whoever they are, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Absolutely.
YouTube. There's going to be a replacement.
Absolutely. Again, right?
They censor people for no reason.
This entire experience that we're in right now, I I always urge you guys to look ahead because this is only temporary. This is only temporary. I'm very bullish. I know Jesse, you're very bullish on
Oh
the
yeah,
overall space. Okay.
yeah.
So if you're in it for the long run, now's the time to accumulate and build.
And check this out. I know a lot of our listeners are sick of Atari, but check this out.
Atari is like hilarious. Oh, this is
Look at
brand new.
this is new. This is dex.atarichain.com. This is new. You can connect your wallet. I don't have it on this browser here, but you can connect your MetaMask wallet. And guess what's in here natively? Ken, guess what it is?
Can I? Can I guess? Phantom.
Phantom is in there with
Who
ETH,
called it?
Atari, and Phantom.
You heard it here first, guys.
ETH,
Phantom.
Atari, and Phantom is the first three pairs on their swap.
And I'm wondering, is it Phantom on the Opera network or is it Phantom on the Ethereum network? That's a good question, right?
Maybe a hybrid. I don't know.
It would be. You know what?
Because Phantom on the Ethereum network can still talk to the Opera network, can it not?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well,
You have to bridge it.
it's nice to see more cooperation between Atari and Phantom.
Although I think in our Telegram user base, I think we've seen.
Enough
Correct me
evidence.
if I'm wrong. If it's actually on Phantom Opera network, that they've been buying liquidity into that.
Yeah,
So-
you're right. You're right.
So I think it is on the Opera network, and that's great. That's great. We love Phantom. I think that was the first time I ever heard of Phantom was through researching into Atari. So following some of these projects really leads to some awesome other projects.
Anyone else thinks this looks like a animal?
Like a giraffe or something.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of a elephant.
It's like it's a sheep. It's a very woolly sheep that needs a haircut.
Nice.
Jokes
Nice.
aside. Okay. Also, Bitcoin dominance continuing down as we expected. Have you seen ADA ETH evaluation?
Not today, but let's take a look. Ooh. I love it. I love it.
Look at that.
Moving on up.
That's when the crash happened, and it's just back on a up. It's got momentum upwards.
Yep. I will say at this current time, I think ETH is oversold.
Me too.
I think there is some good upside. I'm still worried about ETH though. I'm just ETH 2.0 is definitely going to come. Yes, but I don't know.
Look at it against Bitcoin.
Wow.
It barely did anything.
That's awesome.
And if you look at ADA USDT, a lot of people are mad. I bought it at $2.50 and it dropped to $1.20. But check this out. It is technically still on an uptrend.
Yep. Yep. It hasn't. I'm telling you, it hasn't broken that support really at the dollar level, like it did before that big run up. But ever since then, it's maybe gone down to $1, but it hasn't really broken that far down below the dollar.
Okay, if Bitcoin drops another 30-40%, ADA's going sub 80 cents.
Well, yeah, I believe that. That's what into the was that 15,000 range, which it could.
That's 6, yeah, 16.
It could.
It could. There's a lot of hardcore ADA holders that a lot of it's staked. A lot of them
Yeah,
don't even care about price. They're just glad to be part of the system. ADA's a great project.
yeah. They I've heard some TA on this kind of stuff, and I hear several people talking about, well, if it breaks the 30,000 support line, then it'll probably uh, go to 25. And if it fails at that point, that next support line really leads it down to 15. So it's possible. It's possible. Um, and if it does, holy balls, that is amazing.
Amazing.
Uh, you know, it. People look at us like we're crazy when we were like, dude, like we love red days. We love red days. It means we can buy. It means we can buy. You know.
I'm just looking at the gains here. If you go to the Phantom chart, looking at the potential gains.
Oh my God! Look at this opportunity.
This was supposed to happen. This here,
Yup.
Bitcoin was bullish. Everything was bullish. This was supposed to happen, and it was supposed to keep going up that like that because Phantom's an amazing project.
Yup.
But we had
DAG.
the sell off, and now not everyone's sure about altcoins or anything.
Yup.
So Phantom's gonna go lower. It looks like this doesn't look like a uptrend at all. It looks like a downtrend.
I mean, right now it's just about a 5x to get to all-time highs.
Yeah, it's gonna be more. I think it
Almost.
could. I think it could drop to 10 cents.
If that's the case, then we're looking at a 10. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
th- uh
almost.
almost a
Well,
almost a
three.
4x, almost a
Yeah,
5x.
yeah. I mean, it's just estimating here, but that's that's great returns already. I mean,
It
we're
is.
and this is early. This is an early project. We Phantom is new. It's not
And
really.
remember when we were saying buy Phantom right here?
Yep.
Took you up 231% in 15 days.
We're seeing
Ama-
way bigger gains right now to get to all-time highs. So, dude, it's just like,
Also, take a look at Luna here. Look at that chart.
my God, the
That just said
opportunity.
I wanted to. This just says I want to go to the moon,
Yeah,
and then no, you're not.
yeah. I mean, I look, man. Getting non-financial advice. I will just repeat that, but getting in at a time like this, it's like, well, if it goes back down, after going back up, I mean, you're just where you started. So
Yeah,
it's hodling people. It's not exciting, but I think it is. I think it's exciting. I think seeing where the industry is going um, makes me proud to be holding.
bear markets are good for development. I'll say that.
Sure, that's what they're there for.
The thing I like about Luna the most after this crash was it dropped 81%.
Yep.
On the weekly, it's even more. On the weekly, it's closer to 90 or something. One of these charts, but it dropped 81%, and let's just say it dropped 73% in 6 days. And during those 6 days, Anchor protocol that runs on Luna,
Yep.
it maintained a 22% APY the entire time, even while the underlying asset was dropping 73% in 6 days after already losing value.
Anchor. What platform is it built on? I forget.
Luna,
Luna.
Terra.
Incredible.
So it proved itself.
Yeah, man.
That was a good stress test for
It
Anchor.
definitely was, and makes me want in on Anchor.
Yeah, and Terra. Terra can do a whole lot just to get back to all-time high.
Yeah,
That's a 4x.
it's basically just like Phantom at this point. Great
Yeah.
holds, great
Phantom is
holds.
Phantom to get back to all-time high would be
About the same.
about the same, a little bit more.
Yeah,
And I think it was Ren. I think
yeah.
Ren had the most gains coming to it. Let me see. I
I mean,
did a little.
we started, in our Telegram chat. We've talked about Ren, but have you done a deep dive into Ren on the channel?
Not on the channel, no, but I plan to because they're making big moves. From wick to wick, Ren dropped 99.88,
Yep.
so almost 100%.
Yep. So
So
from
we're
where we
still
are
on
now,
82% from all time high. Ren is a buy in my book.
when did this project start?
Ren partnered with Phantom.
Can you
Ren
just look at the overall timeline? When did this project start? This year, or late last year, or something like that?
mid 2019.
Oh wow.
Ren Protocol started off as an ERC20 token, I believe. I think they still are, but they also have native tokens on other blockchains that all work in unison. Ren's a great protocol. It's for DeFi. Big DeFi hedge funds are buying it up.
Right. Sup to guys in the chat. The one Matrix, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
We've got, yeah, this is an interesting token. I do want more information about it. I got to do some research. Um, I'm really also I, I was really interested in Nervos. I was looking into it. It's a little bit of a complicated blockchain. It's a marriage of proof of work and proof of stake.
Yeah, there's
You
just
know,
too many.
yeah. But they do have this partnership with Cardano that kind of intrigued me. Um,
Do they?
yep, they did partner. So they've been kind of getting on board, and I think they partnered with. Correct me if I'm wrong, but might have been Matic also. So
Makes sense.
they're trying to do like a universal blockchain sort of thing where protocols talk to each other. But I like their model. Their model is basically rather than just transactional values, it's they call it cells, which can have information of even identity installed with that, and other types of assets. So you can sort of, for the same amount of data, you actually can package or bundle it as a smaller asset to travel around between blockchains.
Nice.
So information from one blockchain can basically, tokenize that into cells of the information that they're trying to carry to the other side, and then that gets interpreted. Pretty cool.
Interoperability. That's where I'm sticking my money.
Exactly.
Interoperability.
Exactly.
I like projects that work together. Phantom's big on that. Luna's big on that.
Yeah.
If one person does something better, the lesser protocol will concede and help build the better one. And I like to see that. It happens a lot in the Cardano ecosystem, Phantom ecosystem, Luna ecosystem, all
Yep.
the good ones. They don't, get jealous and try to push their idea. If someone makes something better, they say, "Great, scrap that one. We're run with yours."
Yeah. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah,
That's totally fine. As long as they're building together and they're moving in the same direction, I'm okay with that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
not every project's always going to be the dominant one that sticks around for all end of time. We're going to have to see some change, I think, in the space. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? And that's why we got to keep an eye on all these things.
Let's look at some prices here.
Sure.
Market's up a little bit. That's change. Thank you, crypto gods. So top gainers. You know what? I hope this puts an end. It's not gonna. I hope it puts an end to meme coins. It's not gonna.
I mean, we just saw Shiba Inu skip the line, so
Shiba Inu has been holding up better than everything else. Everything's down 50%. Shiba's down 2%.
what are you gonna do, man?
I don't know.
It's just like, I mean, again, I mean, meme coins are gonna stick around because it's just gonna be a part of just the space. It's in a way, you know, some meme coins are just bad, but I look at some meme coins also being as a form of expression too. So it could be good
Yeah.
for cultural issues and stuff like that.
Check out what's on top. What's the theme that you see?
We got okay, ample
You
forth
got you got
governance
5 seconds.
token.
What's the theme? 5, 4, 3,
Cyber isn't.
1. It's DeFi. These are DeFi protocols. Ampleforth token is the biggest winner. District OX, Kyber Network, Sushi Swap, Orchid.
Oh, Orchid's up there too. Yeah.
There's Solana with a good 5% gain. Compounded DeFi token. Yearn DeFi. Monero's just gonna. Remember the last big dip? Monero shot back like a rocket.
Yep.
So might not be a bad idea to put some money on Monero again. It might be the first to jump back to.
It's one of the very few that I'm mining.
See, Uniswap's up. It's all Curve DAO, Wrap Bitcoin.
Yep.
Well, I shouldn't have said that. That's same price as Bitcoin, but it's DeFi protocols. And don't even get me started on all assets. And you go to change. Let's see if anything recognizable is up here with any sort of liquidity. 2.8 million on FIDX token went up 2,000% today. Yeah. 25 million
Hentai coin.
Titan coin, 10 million on spiking.
Hentai coin. That's really funny.
These got to be fudge numbers, some of these. Shade Tree said meme coins are an embarrassment to the crypto space. I agree. They make it look like a joke, so real investors don't come in. Tachyon protocol. That sounds cool. 158 million MVL. That's almost as big as Atari coin.
Moon Boys. I've been really ashamed of a lot of social influencers lately.
Yes, me too. They
Yeah,
they shamelessly promote meme coins, and
they rip off their own fan base.
they do. They rip off their own fan base with these shitty NFTs.
A great channel is CoffeeZilla's YouTube channel, and he goes into depth of exposing these people. There was a recent episode about a Save the Kids token, and these 4 influencers partnered together to promote it, and as soon as it went up, it also went down, and they ran away with the money. Those scumbags.
Have you heard about the $3.5 billion these African exchange the brothers ran off with? They disappeared. $3.5 billion.
I have not actually.
You have not heard about that?
Which one was this? Do you remember the title of it?
Yep. I'll show it right now.
J3, I'd rather lose on Atari than win on Doge. Ah,
Yeah, I was about to read that. Hey,
that's
what's
a
up, Jam the Foo?
that's a good point. Jam the foo.
Jam the Foo, long time no see, buddy.
Hey man, that's awesome.
It's our fault. We haven't been on. So yeah, 3.5 billion crypto exchange, South Africa. The Kaji brothers,
Wow.
they vanish. South African brothers vanish, and so does 3.6 billion in Bitcoin.
My God.
A pair of South African brothers have vanished along with Bitcoin worth 3.6 billion from their cryptocurrency investment platform. They actually sent out an email to all of their clients saying that they've been hacked and please do not contact the authorities because it would get in the way of their own investigation.
That is
I
really
swear it
funny.
says that here.
That is really funny. I mean, that's horrific. That is horrific. But holy fuck, that is really funny.
Yes, that's
Excuse my
hilarious.
language.
Almost as hilarious as Mark Cuban getting rug pulled, but
God damn. I mean, that.
Gitcoin. I think Gitcoin's going to keep doing its damn thing.
Yeah, I saw this guy recently. This token. Um, I don't know much about it though. Haven't dived into it.
Phantom.
Yeah, I got a couple of ones that I really focus on a lot, and my watch list it's pretty short. I always think about some people they don't know what to invest in, and I say like you gotta just pick a few and really really just
You just pick a few and
know what they're about,
know it
and
before you buy them, know what they're about, and after you buy them, never let go of them.
yeah,
Never. No matter how many people try to fudge you or say this coin's going to pump, no matter how many 10xers you see happen in the process that you wish you would have got in on, hold the one because it
right.
always works out. I just want to point out all of the news that Phantom releases day by day by day.
Oh, it's daily.
Constantly working on collaborations, new dApps, new protocols. Here's Ran and Phantom, like I told you.
Yep. Sometimes it's more than once in a day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like several times I've seen multiple Phantom updates in one day. I mean, they're busting ass on this.
yeah,
It's amazing what they're doing. They're just making partnerships left and right.
yeah. They're a beast.
Yeah, they're on top of it. And I
They're all on
saw,
top of it, and they're based out of Dubai, one of the fastest moving countries and crypto
yes,
friendly cities in the world.
yeah, they even made a partnership here with AWS for Amazon, their
Yeah,
cloud service.
yeah,
So like, holy crap, you got Amazon that's interested in Phantom. I mean, if that doesn't tell you enough, I mean, like that's bullish
that
that
is bullish.
Amazon's working with Phantom.
Yeah,
Um,
and Omi getting the Marvel contract. That's Disney. Marvel's owned by Disney. So what's next for
right.
Omi?
I
And
mean,
the
they,
market cap is under a billion, right?
dude, the market cap's like 100 million. Yeah, like a couple 100 million. That's
That's
it,
ridiculous.
dude. Ecomi, they're really smart as a company because they're not releasing all their licenses at once. They release them in waves. And I feel, like if a company like Ecomi, this is speculation, but I think this is probably true. Um, Ecomi having a license like Marvel means that they're already doing business with Disney, which means that at some degree there's probably an investment opportunity with Disney established with Ecomi. So whether or not they do a Disney license, I think is inevitable because I think Disney already, by giving them Marvel licenses, has insight into what's happening in the space, and they're looking at a project that can do uh, and pull off what they're looking for in a substantial way. I think they're very smart and forward thinking. Disney's always been that way. So
Yeah.
it's investing in Netflix when Netflix was a baby. And that's what Ecomi's trying to do here with premium licenses. It's hard to grab those licenses. Not everybody's going to be able to just get and sell, Marvel or DC or,
No.
any of these other types of things. Yeah, you're not going to see that. And if they are without permission, they're getting sued. So,
Well, what about the new Marvel games that they want to introduce Marvel NFTs in the games? Are they going to have to go through Ecomi?
well, Ecomi is licensing off Marvel. So they're doing their own thing. And Ecomi's all about collectibles, right? So Disney can always do whatever they're doing because they own Marvel, right?
Flashback 5 years into the future, flash forward 5 years into the future. I think kids and even some of us adults are going to be playing video games on the blockchain.
Yep.
And there's going to be these super special items. Like all of a sudden, Blizzard's going to announce that we're releasing 100 super swords or something like that. And it's, the price of the super sword, it's a bid,
Yep.
whatever, however, supply and demand, however much people are willing to spend. And then somebody's going to buy up all 100 and sell it for more and more. I think we're going to see some insane numbers on in-game items,
Well,
like selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, just a sword. I think we're going to see that next when crypto gets into gaming hardcore. GTA.
absolutely. And you make a great point. And something I want to bring to your attention is the blockchain that Ecomi migrated to, right?
What?
They used to be on Go Chain.
Okay,
Um,
never heard of that.
it's a small blockchain, and it was good for them to start up and I think do their testings. But
I think you.
X is a blockchain completely dedicated to NFTs, whether that's in gaming or collectibles and stuff like that. And that has zero Ethereum gas fees. So I'm looking at Immutable X as a possible contender in all of this. Uh,
Immutable X.
Immutable, Immutable X.
That's a
Take a look into
blockchain
it. Yeah, it's a blockchain, and I think they might even have their own coin to it too.
with zero
Um,
gas fees.
Zero Ethereum gas fees.
Zero
Car-
Ethereum gas fees.
and carbon neutral.
What kind of gas fees do you pay?
Well, on this platform with Ecomi, I think
No, no,
it's
no, no. On the one you just mentioned.
don't know off the top of my head because
Yeah.
I'm looking into it because
Because there
that's
has to be transaction fees.
all I know is that Ecomi has selected Immutable X, and that's something I'm interested in. And this
Cool.
is something I think they're going to expand upon, uh, and even something like I see making partnerships with companies like Engine or something of that sort would be really really bullish for something like that. Here, let me go ahead and find some info. Let's see if we can pull that up. Okay. Sending this over.
Guys, it started with a dream, man. I bought this with my first own money. You know what? I thought I'm going to the stars with this. But you know what? It's just a piece of shit. Keeps down. They said you must hold the money. But you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck you.
love it.
A little bit of waiting,
There you
wait,
go.
waiting.
Did you get the link?
Did you send me a link?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and check it out on Telegram.
Oh, Telegram. You hold the money. Fuck this shit. Um, let's see here. Start trading. Start building zero gas fees, instant trades, and scalability for games, applications, marketplaces without compromises, mints, features. Yeah, there's so many projects.
Yeah. So this is one I'm looking into.
It's not the
Um,
first. It's not the first layer two for NFTs on Ethereum.
oh no, a lot of them say the first, but they're really not. But my point is in all of this is there are projects that we love, but sometimes what they're attached to that makes them run and all that stuff, those are projects that are worth investigating.
Yeah,
Because like we saw with our research into Atara, we saw Phantom out of that. And Phantom was an amazing project, right? To see come into the play. So always have some open mindedness to investigate. I think having a few that really well is really important,
yeah,
and those are your main holds. And you know what kind of relationships do they establish can help you in fostering newer investments. Uh,
right. Like Cardano making Africa deals with governments and
right,
the state of Wyoming to do voting and all
right.
sorts of things
You know,
like that. And Phantom doing the same thing with governments. Phantom's working with governments too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Do you think? Oh, Jam Nufu, do you think BTC will drop under 15K? I think it's possible that it can probably go there, but I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do. Let's bring up the chart. Well, first of all, we can absolutely see 15K again. The way the market's been going, we're not holding any sort of support. We just keep on going lower and lower and lower in Bitcoin.
Mhm.
I do not see a reversal for at least 3 to 6 months. So we could see $15,000 Bitcoin.
That would be amazing.
Do what you need to do to protect your assets. But I do see $15,000 Bitcoin as a possibility.
Yeah.
Sub 20K is almost certain at this point in my mind.
Yeah, I believe it. And
How about CeeLo? How about CeeLo going up?
that
Well,
was
the
a
rest of the market.
surprise. That was a total surprise. Came
That
out
was
of,
a total
out of
surprise. I caught that pump. I made a couple $100 off that. Let's look at
awesome.
that. Let's look at that chart here. Yeah, I held it for I held it for 20, 30 minutes and made a couple $100 off it.
That's awesome. Great.
Just because I saw it pumping so hard. Let me share my screen here. What is going on with CeeLo? I don't. I wish somebody could explain to me why CeeLo is pumping.
I mean, the idea is pretty cool, but it's sort of like
Why is it not? Why is it not connected to the rest of the market? Why is it not affected by Bitcoin?
I don't know what kind of news came out about it. I understand CeeLo to be sort of like a Venmo with phones. I think it's more of like a mobile friendly crypto payment uh, utility case. So you know when I looked a little bit into it, it was given the example of you know somebody who needed to send somebody's money in um, in another country, and they could do
Yeah,
it via text
yeah, that's
on
what it is.
CeeLo,
Yeah,
right? Not even just forget you don't even necessarily need a mobile app. I think you can even
right.
do it
You
through
just need
text.
your text. Yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Definitely.
Jam Nafu said, "Where can I buy Phantom? You can get it on KuCoin, I believe. Yes,
Yes,
you can
but
get it on KuCoin.
I will say this: if you're getting Phantom on KuCoin, don't deposit it into the Phantom wallet straight from KuCoin because it is a
ERC20.
ERC20 based coin, and the Phantom wallet is based on the Opera network, so two completely different
Is there
blockchains.
a better way? Should he install Trust Wallet or something to get the to get the Phantom version?
Uh, it's just you need to exchange it for a Phantom Opera network coin. So
Just
yeah,
hold the Phantom ERC20 token in your KuCoin.
you could do it that way if you want to keep it simple. But if you want to participate in the Phantom network, you got to exchange it to a Phantom Opera token, not
Well, we
Phantom
can help you with
Ethereum.
that. We can help you with that, Jam Nafu.
Yeah, so that's just a note.
Yeah, but you can go ahead and buy it. Get the first part out of the way on KuCoin.
Something really cool about Phantom while we're on that is not only can you stake it, but while you stake it, you can also use it as collateral.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, Aave doesn't even do that. You have to either stake it or use it as collateral
How
for,
about
for lending.
How about Alchemix giving free loans? As long as you keep the money in the protocol, it's a self-repaying loan,
Crazy. That's awesome.
and that's built on Luna.
Alchemix is on Luna too, huh? Damn.
Yeah,
That's such good projects on Luna. Holy
there
crap.
is. There really is. All right. Jam Nafu also said, "I see maybe it dropping that far, meaning 15, under 20K, but I'll still be holding strong and just raising my DCAs if it goes that low." You mean lowering your DCAs, but yeah, that's the way to do it. Just hold and keep buying as it goes down. That's the way to do it.
If you don't want the stress of knowing when to buy and sell, I mean, like that is,
DCA is the way to go.
yeah, that's like, oh my god, so much stress.
Yeah, just put $100 a week into your favorite
Yeah,
crypto,
man, just build,
regardless of the price.
just
Regardless
build,
of the price,
build, and
or buy if it goes down.
yeah, I what I like to do because knowing me, I can get impulsive sometimes, so I purposely participate and I stake my tokens. It's less incentive for me to pull out. It keeps me growing even in a dip because you're getting rewarded for staking.
That's right.
And
Miners are making record profit right now.
yeah, it's a great way to feel good about your crypto, even if it's falling in price. Um, if you believe in a project, you might as well earn more coins as you go, especially if you don't really have too much invested in crypto. If I can understand if you had gone from 10,000 to $1 million, right? I can understand you wanting to sell,
That's
right?
right.
that
Yeah,
that's a
people that
that's
bought
a
Dogecoin in January 2021. Think about that.
Yeah.
January 2021. What was it? 2 cents.
2020, you mean?
Yeah, January 2020. It was like two. It might even been sub 1 cent.
Wait, wait. This year it was two
Let's
cents.
pull up the chart.
Please, because yeah, I mean that's insane.
It
That's
is
insane.
insane. It is insane. Let me show you this Dogecoin chart. Dogecoin ended up being the best bet, especially I've had
Oh
close
yeah,
friends I've had close friends big in
oh yeah.
this space that have been telling me
That's
this whole time. They've been telling me buy Dogecoin, buy as much as you can, buy Dogecoin. They wouldn't leave me alone. They kept on saying buy Dogecoin, and I always said I'm not buying a shit coin. I'm not buying a coin with no utility. Guess how much it was down here? 0.002 cents. And then check this out. Even if you want to skip this hop here, which was really January 2021. So if you bought in January 2021, you peaked up at almost 11,000% in 102 days.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Incredible, yes. And the fact that it's still at 24 cents is pretty incredible.
I mean that.
Because
Yeah,
because
life changing.
if you take it from here to here, you're still up 3,631% in 152 days.
Jesus, man.
Dogecoin holders are not complaining unless they bought this whole big area up here,
Yep. Yep.
which a
Yep.
lot of
Yep.
people did. That's why people are mad at Elon. They bought it up here, and
Yep.
now they're down a horrible amount of money,
Yeah.
67%. So if they put $10,000 in it, they got $670 left.
Yeah. Dude.
Talk about
Right.
just hold on to it; it'll go back up. I would be mad.
Yeah, man. No, that's why. Right. It's perspective, and people have different goals, right? So, my goal isn't to necessarily flip a quick profit. If it happens, then
Right.
that's a bonus. That's a
Take a
cherry
little,
on top.
take 25% profit if it does pump.
And honestly, I'm just
So I did with Ada when it hit 250. Took a little bit off the top.
it's a long-term hold for me. I look at it in the grand scheme of things. This is all generally going up, and what do I believe is going to be around for the long term? That's really what comes down to. But I understand. For we call them paper hands or whatever. It's like, look, man, don't feel guilty if you make a killing and you made a good bet.
Right.
Like that is justified. But
Really, really, you should take. Like if you bought down here, take 5% right there. Take another 5% right there.
I don't think you're showing your screen.
Oh. If you bought down here, take 5% right there. You might be able to buy in a little cheaper right there, even.
Yep.
Take 5% right there, 5% right there. Of course, 5% right there, if you're lucky enough to catch it, of course. And then by the time you 5, 10, 15, then you already sold 20% at good profit.
Yeah.
And if you hold that in USDT, you can wait for it to change. Well, it really didn't change trajectory. It went down from there. But you should take little nibbles of profit on your way up.
I mean, some people even they take out their initial investment. That's great too.
That's great too. Take out your initial investment, and the rest is free money.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Bitcoin chart, it was inevitable that we were going to have a crash. It was prime time for whales to pull the rug. It was the perfect time.
Yeah, look at that
If you think about it,
man.
if you think about it, it was the perfect time for whales to pull the rug
Yep.
because it ran up like crazy from the pit of May, March, all the way up.
Wow. 10x, man.
Yeah,
10x.
yeah. So
Awesome.
it was the perfect time for whales to pull the rug.
Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin. 10x on Bitcoin. Wow. I mean, like, people are like, man, I'm too late on Bitcoin. It's already gone up so much in value. And look at it. You can still get a 10x on Bitcoin. It's crazy.
You
That's
still, well, I subscribe to lengthening cycles and diminishing returns. So the cycles are going to take longer and the returns are not going to be as good as they used to be
right.
back in the day. So, if we just repeat entire history, which that's not how it's going to happen at all. I mean, what's going to happen is we're probably going to come down further, check in around 20K, maybe go a little bit lower, and then we're going to slowly make our way back up. It's going to be up and down. I don't
Yep.
see a lot of positivity with the dollar going up temporarily, with interest rates going up. It directly affects the price of Bitcoin and all the FUD in the market. But I think I think having miners holds the price up. And I think hash rate has something to do with price. So with this big hash rate drop, all the miners are moving locations. I think once they all plug back in and more miners get back on the network, I think we're going to be fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the great migration of mining right now.
Yeah.
We're seeing all of China shut down their centers, and where are they going to go? They're going to go to the next more profitable place to do it, and part of that I think is going to be United States. I,
Iceland. I heard
I
Iceland because they have the thermal power.
yeah, geothermals, and I think they're going to probably a lot of them are going to move to Texas.
Texas, yes. Miami. It's hot in Miami though.
Yeah, I say Texas because they're really privatized on energy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of leeway for miners to do, and tons of renewable energy there too. Yep. Right now, I look at it as a second chance.
Me
That's what
too.
it is. It's a second chance.
It is the awesome reset for those who didn't get in 6 months ago.
Yep.
Because we're really not back to old prices. We're back to, especially ADA. ADA is the same price it was in May.
Yep.
So ADA just went back 2 months. But Bitcoin went back good 6 months, maybe. So we had this little crazy alt season, and a bunch of retail investors got in thinking the moon's on every crypto.
It's incredible. It's let's check over here on Jam the Foo. Bought some Ave today. Yeah, man. I bought Ave recently too. It's a great coin. It is really a great coin.
Institutions are buying Aave.
Yep.
And Compound and Yearn. Have you seen the new Yearn?
Have not. Show it.
Helios linked us to it in the chat. Let me show you.
Yearn's been around for forever.
Yearn, following Andre Kanye is Kanye is a Andre Con. Whatever. Following Andre has always been lucrative. Let just going to Telegram, Helios.
For those of you who are not part of our Crypto Lodge Telegram, take a look. It's we got good people here.
Yeah, look at this
Honest
data.
conversations.
Look at this data that our guests, our people post here.
We work and strategize together, folks.
Yeah.
This is what Crypto Lodge is about, bringing people together on this front.
And we only have 104 people. We keep all the shills and scammers out.
Yeah, we do pretty good at that. There we go. Oh, Popsicle Finance.
Popsicle Finance. That was it.
Now, this is built on Yearn, right? Correct?
Yes.
Got it.
But also,
Sorbetto.
but also more. Helios described it. He said, here it is. If you guys have spare coins lying around like ETH, UNA, Link, USDT, USDC, DAI, WBTC, try out Sorbetto. Auto compounded every time it rebalances, so the API is higher. Those are, and we really trust this guy. This guy's a genius. Those are APRs not based on mining. It's revenue generated from Sorbetto product, audited by the Yearn team. And that's this, Popsicle Finance.
Yeah.
And I checked it out. You can use BSC or Ethereum. Also,
yeah, look at that. Coming soon, Solana and Polkadot, and wow,
Phantom's already supported.
That's awesome.
Pancake Swap,
Compound,
Uniswap, Polkadot's coming soon. Solana's coming soon.
I love these food swaps, man. They're so cool.
Yeah, this is the first one I've ever seen that has all the different networks coming together.
Same here. I'm very interested in this one.
Me too. Make a video about this.
You know, there was another one I was very interested in too, in the way that they were starting their sort of launch platform, which is Sunday Swap. They're doing something a little different.
Cardano?
They're a Cardano based swap, but the way they're doing their sort of initial coin offering is actually called an initial stake offering, ISO. It's in the works, and apparently the way it happens is you delegate your ADA to its stake pool on Daedalus or Yoroi, and you earn back in Sunday Swap tokens or Sunday tokens, and you can use that for the swap. Really cool way.
I like how Cardano, when they launch Goguen and DeFi in their apps, you don't have to have ADA in your wallet to swap native tokens.
Yeah.
You just need any token worth anything to pay the gas fee, which is like a couple cents. But Phantom blows everything out of the water with the fees. It's like 2 cents no matter what.
Yes.
I just want to show people Waka Finance, because Waka is amazing.
Built on Phantom.
Yeah. Built on Phantom, and the name will throw you off at first. Waka. But I love the simple interface. It's like Pong, or Pac-Man.
Yep.
You can connect Trust Wallet. You can connect your hardware wallet or your MetaMask. And total value locked in here is $22 trillion.
That's million.
Billion dollars. $1 million.
22 million.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The bridge is awesome. Multichain.xyz, also built on Phantom. This is the cheapest place to get the Atari token. I got to go to Waka, probably. Exchange. Oh, you got to connect the wallet. But yeah, if you want to get Atari token cheap. Speaking of Atari token, let me show you guys what they came up with. Here's the new wallet. You can connect it to your MetaMask.
And there's 2 sites for it too. There's
wallet.atarichain.com, dex.atarichain.com, and defi.atarichain.com.
So there's 3.
Which this is laughable. this DeFi.AtariChain.com is laughable because you cannot stake your currently owned Atari tokens. All you can do is buy locked tokens, so, which means you don't get tokens, you just give them money. When they didn't give the tokens back to the first token holders yet.
I don't know what Atari, they're doing like this forward and backward thing, like
They're doing this "we want your money now" thing so that we can hopefully pay you back in the future thing. I don't know what they're doing.
I have no idea what that
But
is.
I'm bullish.
I think they'll eventually figure it out. I think they have so many ambitions. I feel like it's like they got ADHD. They don't know which one to do right now. You know what I mean? They haven't figured out what's the best course of action to make this efficiently down the road a successful blockchain, you know?
Yeah.
I got a lot of love for Atari, man. I do.
Me too.
It's
I love the wallet. I love the wallet. I love the ecosystem that
but yeah, man, they're sloppy. It's the best word I could think of in a nice way.
Hey, does that say BNB there, buddy? You see this?
Say what?
You looking at my screen?
Finance?
It said there's the BNB logo.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were working with Atari.
Well, I guess they're doing a couple of things here. What we got? Is that Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash there too? That's just probably Bitcoin, right?
This is Tether. That's Ethereum. That's Atari token. That's Bitcoin. That's Litecoin. And right there is BNB.
Yeah. So they're probably, I think what they're probably doing is adding liquidity to the smart chain. BSC.
They've been adding a lot of liquidity to Phantom.
Yeah, so they've got that going, and I don't know why they don't have Phantom up there. But
did you hear me ask if we're gonna honor the burn schedule? And he said there's gonna be a new burn schedule. He said that we're not following the old one anymore.
Yeah, I know. Again, sloppy. Just like completely changed. That's what scares me with Atari. It's just like I feel like sometimes they go the path that is not necessarily in the best interest of investors.
Right.
That worries me. But I know that as a gaming company, they have some clout into how their influence impacts the space.
Not really though. Walk into a GameStop.
Not in the sense like an Xbox or a Wii or whatever. They're not going to have the same kind of clout as those guys like Microsoft. If Microsoft were to come in and do like an Xbox token, that shit would go through the roof.
That would go through the roof. The VCS is going to be a flop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. VCS.
Nobody wants to buy Centipede.
Yeah.
They got PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. By the way, Nintendo Switch is a sweet device. You could break it apart and do all sorts of things with it. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Who wants to buy Atari VCS?
Atari has a very niche fan base.
Very niche. Very niche is the keyword.
It's people who have homes that can put an arcade in them and they buy an Atari machine.
Yeah,
that's their niche. And Roller Coaster Tycoon, right? Sure. So it's not going to be based off of their games. This is why I look at Atari in this situation as an underdog, because people underestimate Atari right now as just that. And if they get this right, if they get this blockchain stuff right,
yes,
it's going to change Atari forever.
Imagine the decentralized exchange is brilliant. The wallet is brilliant. The partnerships are brilliant.
But the team sucks.
The team sucks.
So that's the thing.
Said on the AMA that they that they created a whole bunch of new games for the casino. You've been having the two same games in the casino for 6 months.
Yeah.
Nobody
Because
wants to keep playing blackjack and
yeah,
bad. We want to play
change it
poker.
up.
We want
Play
to go sit down and play poker. That's what we want to
play
do.
poker, play craps,
Pool. I want to
like
play pool.
yeah. There are so many things that they can do at that. So again, this is why I say it's like they got like ADHD. It's like we
Yeah.
want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do this, and it's like focus on one thing and make that great.
They still didn't get the tokens back to the people who are waiting on tokens from Atari, but they're starting a metaverse.
Yeah.
They're starting a universe. And Fred actually said it's going to be multiple universes. The
My
metaverse is
God.
going to consist of different universes. Give people the tokens back before you start making universes.
We need yeah. It's
And
gonna
why
get
can't we stake our already hold tokens? We already bought them. Why can't
yeah.
we stake our that they
It's
don't
like
seem to give a shit about early investors.
they're gonna get into string theory before they even get into like what the heck, man? I totally get it. I totally get it.
At least
Oh,
the token is 1 cent a piece.
let's see here.
It reflects their progress. It could be $3 right now if they release some good shit.
Oh man, like I said, man,
I
it's
love
all.
Atari. I'm very bullish on it. Don't get me wrong.
You know what I'll say about Atari? They are freaking entertaining.
Yeah, they are entertaining.
At least they're doing that right.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh man.
they're in entertainment.
Exactly. Right. So, I mean, like, I agree with, some of our folks here who are watching is, I'd rather, bet and lose on Atari and then, gamble on a meme coin,
Yeah.
because at least I know what Atari's all about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they still have the potential. They still have the potential. Even
They
though
do.
they might be rocky, they still have the potential.
They
And I
do.
think they'll eventually figure it out.
They got
You
a
know?
lot coming. Atari's a long hold for me.
Yes.
I wish I had a couple extra $100 to buy it at this really cheap price. I don't even know what it's at now.
Oh, well, I'll tell you right now. On Coin Market Cap, Atari is at 0.06.
6 cents.
6 cents.
6 cents.
Yeah.
My average price is 30 cents.
Yeah. That's right.
So we got to go up about 10x until I'm even.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just DCAing into Atari too. It's just, hey, I believe that Atari has a future in
Me
this
too.
space.
Me too.
And they've made partnerships with Zrun. That's pretty cool.
Lots of good companies. Yeah.
Lots of stuff out there. So I think it's day in the sun will come, but not today. Not today.
It's a couple year hold.
That's why, like, I said, I'm really excited about some of these other projects that they're related to. Like Phantom was a gold nugget out of this piece of research. Aave, Avalanche is another great one too, right? They're building some awesome stuff.
Phantom.
I know that's a
Phantom.
beast. I'm
Phantom.
telling you, Phantom is not on a lot of people's radar,
Mm-mm.
and it's going to come steamrolling. It's going to steamroll so many projects. It's so good. It's so good. And I
It's
love
Solana.
the wallet. Solana.
Did you know Solana's one of the most decentralized blockchains in the world?
Definitely.
It has more nodes than Ethereum does. More validators.
The thing about Solana, I think that people misunderstand it because they don't know the workings of Solana. It's a little bit more complex, but
It's user friendly.
So much use case, but in comparison to Ethereum, I think, so a lot of people look at building on Ethereum and they don't really truly understand what's happening on Solana. You know, so some people miss out on that. But correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I speculate. You know, we've got Dot and Kusama, right? We've got, you know, even Curve or Theta. Theta is
A beast.
beast,
I
and
think
it's
I
been
think
holding up.
I think they're gonna take over video hosting. I think they're gonna give YouTube a run for their money.
I am so bullish on T Fuel. T Fuel is incredible. Not only can you earn T Fuel by essentially mining it by processing videos on your computer for the network, you could also stake it, and you can use it as purchasing power to buy things in Theta Network.
Yeah.
Right? They have merchandise. They have, you know, you can use it to bet on getting more T Fuel. They have package drops that you can buy, and or treasure chests that you can buy and open up to see if you earn more T Fuel out of that than you bought. It's kind of
You know
cool.
what makes me laugh is that people that go into the Decentraland Atari Casino and gamble with their ATRI.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
Love that.
insane. That's insane because that reminds me of the people who bought pizza with Bitcoin
Oh,
10 years ago.
that's exactly right. You know, well, I mean, time will tell. But again, why do you purchase these coins? You're not purchasing them on a whim, right? There's a reason behind them. Um, Even if Bitcoin goes down to 24,000, if it goes down to 15,000, you know, these in the long term, again, they don't really matter all that much.
Nobody
Except,
got nobody got rich buying the popular coin.
right, exactly.
You
That's
got to
why you
buy
do
the
your own
coin
research.
before it makes
Yeah.
headlines.
Right. The two that I'm personally looking at are Ecomi and Atari. You know, and Phantom. And Phantom. If we're talking about popular coins, or non-popular coins, um, where's Phantom right now on CoinMarketCap in terms of place? It's ranked number 95. Phantom 95 on CoinMarketCap.
95. It's going to be in the top 10. What's the
95
what's
right
the
now.
what's the market cap?
Market cap for Phantom is 531 million.
Are you kidding me?
531 million. That I
I,
think is going to be 1,000xer.
yeah, well, 100xer, yeah, 1000xer in the future. Yeah,
I think in 5 years it's 1,000xer.
but 1,000. What's 500? What's half a million times 1,000?
Half a million?
Yeah,
That would be 500 billion.
it could do that
Yeah.
for sure.
You're Ada right now and Dot. Let's see. Let's see where these guys are. These other contenders. Cardano, it's number 5 and it's at 41 billion right now in this dip. And smart contracts hasn't even come out for Cardano.
Yeah, that's going to be epic in less than 90 days.
And then we've got Polkadot at 14 billion. Okay. And Polkadot all-time high was close to 49.50. I think it was $51 at one point. Right? We're looking at a $14 Polkadot right now.
I wonder what KCS is at.
KCS. Let's look at KuCoin.
It has to be hit hard.
KCS is at rank number 93.
Tell me it's under $10.
It is $6.95.
That's going to be 100xer.
And it is at a market cap of 534 million.
That's going to be 100xer. That's
They're going to come out with their smart chain too.
It's the next Binance coin.
Exactly. So KuCoin is
Going to the billions. It's going to the hundreds of billions.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
buying
believe that.
KCS.
It is a great buy right now.
Long hold.
Let's take a look at. Let me see. Solana, rank 14.
Let me,
Solana is at a 7 billion market cap right now.
let me read the chat quick. Jam Nafu said, "What do you think of ARK? Have you heard of ARK, Ken?
I have not, but let me take a look on.
You want to share your screen and show us ARK?
Sure.
Hope you're still there, Jam. Shade Tree. Oh, Jam also said Bitcoin Diamond is the best. It's probably been
Okay.
doing very good for you.
I think you got to accept that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So this is ARC. It's under $1. We're at 0.71 on the unit
Look
price.
at that prior all-time high. We've got a way to go.
Got yeah, we're at rank 200, market cap of 92 million. Well, we've got a source code.
Is that an ERC?
See what we're looking at over here.
If you go back to CoinMarketCap, it'll show you if it's an ERC 20 or not.
Well, we've got a lot of activity on GitHub. That's pretty good.
Oh, it's proof of work.
Yeah.
No, I can't see. Does it say ERC?
Let me see here if I
It says it
can.
at the top. Down. Right where it says underneath website, community, chat.
I'm looking at a weird area here.
Right where you click on source code, next to that button is it tells you
Oh, I see.
what networks is it on.
I see here Bitcoin talk. These are just.
That's community.
We go to explorers or something of that sort.
It's the bottom right button, I think, in that same little panel. Go down to about. Click on about down there. It should tell you if it's ERC.
Let's see here.
Could be its own blockchain. Go to the
Apps.
website. Check out the website.
Let's take a look. I've heard of this before.
The simplest way to blockchain.
ARC Public Network. ARC Blockchain Framework. I think it's its own blockchain. Core version 3. ARC Core V3. I think it's its own thing.
Click on developers up top.
ARC blockchain platform is an open source, easy to use, and fully adaptable to your specific use case. From our modular core infrastructure to our industry-first desktop wallet plugins, the ARC blockchain platform has the solutions you need to build a decentralized future.
Modular is always good.
Yep. They keep reiterating that. That's pretty good. All without writing a single line of code. Interesting. Most adaptable framework for building your own blockchain. Okay. Allows you to embed smart contract style logic to enable a wide range of custom applications. There's a smart bridge that allows cross-chain interoperability. That's great.
Go down to SDKs.
Custom implementation of atomic swaps. SDKs.
Dips are always good.
Yeah, they got a
Developer,
couple of recognizable
develop,
JavaScript, PHP, C++. This
the developer incentive programs are always good.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, does look pretty good. We'll look further into that, Jim.
Yeah.
Any crazy news you've seen lately, Ken?
Um. Let's see. Trying to think. I mean, everything's been pretty much standard stuff. Aside from, I think, some influencers, and I think the biggest, one of the recent biggest ones was really that Mark Cuban story. Um,
That didn't really affect anything.
it didn't, but it's just
He's
kind of like
calling
an
for
outlier.
regulation now, though. Just like all these rich fucks do. They
Yeah.
win, they violate the rules for years, and they win, and they win, and they screw us over, and then finally, when we get over on them once, using their own rules, they cry for regulation.
Right.
It happened with GameStop, and
You know what? I mean, it's like it's good for the space because there is a need for it, but it depends on
depends
how
on
far
how
it
it's
goes.
implemented. Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
I'm all for implementing some sort of regulation to protect people, but if that means taking away certain freedoms that are imperative to this space, then it's not worth it. I would
Just
rather
like
just do my own research.
the picture I posted in our Telegram of, I just took a screenshot. I was browsing YouTube, and I saw a sponsored video on the top, and it said XRP will make you a millionaire.
Yeah, yeah, that's shady.
That's shady.
That's shady.
And other people get kicked off of YouTube without warning for no reason, and life just moves on. So I think there's a big gap in the market for decentralized app. I think dApps are going to win over apps.
Yeah,
Decentralized applications are going to be better, faster, stronger, more freedom of speech, resistant, more open, more fair.
yeah. You know,
Versions of these social media platforms are going to pop up, and people are going to choose to use them instead because it's like Reddit. Look at Reddit.
yeah, that's
Reddit
true.
Reddit disrupted the financial industry, the stock market. Reddit disrupted that. Reddit disrupted crypto how many times?
Yeah.
Telegram starts getting together, disrupting things. We love to disrupt. This generation of ours loves to disrupt,
Yeah,
and
because
we're extremely intelligent. And I do not believe we're not ganging up together and making these Web3 protocols that are gonna beat the beat the conglomerates because they're out of touch. They're billionaires. They don't even know how to connect with society anymore. They don't know what we want, but we know what we want, and now we have the tools to build it ourselves.
no. I'll say this. Hoskinson made a very good point, which is that we inherited a world um, that was built for the few to take advantage of.
That's right. That's
And
right.
our next generation that we hand off to, we're going to change everything for them. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
this is the most
This is
important.
it. This is
This is
it.
the most important generation of humanity
Yeah.
to
We
give
get to
power
decide what
to
kind of
everybody.
financial system our children live in,
Yeah.
and what kind of a social media internet system they live in. We need a decentralized internet altogether. That's why I got into this space, is for a decentralized internet that nobody can shut down, nobody can stop. There is
Right.
no ISP, some centralized servers in Amazon AWS and Google Cloud. There's protocols with token holders who have governance over platforms that they also use. That's why I like how
Right.
Theta gives you rewards in the governance token just by using the platform. So if you use it, then you get governance rights.
Right.
Decentralized insurance, I love the idea that you buy into this insurance, you buy the tokens, and if something were to happen to you in a DeFi contract or something that gets hacked, then you go into your own government's portal and open up a ticket, and all the other token holders vote on whether or not that this claim should be paid off or not from the treasury.
Right.
So I think there's way too much use case and and so many benefits for crypto
I think we're
coming.
going to see an entire. I mean, it's already started, but this is a revolution in the
The
making.
average person still thinks it's all about money.
Right.
And as soon as this money hype goes away, the world's about to get hit with blockchain in other areas.
Yep. I mean, don't say we didn't tell you so. I mean, you look at it 10 years from now, 2030, 2040, 2050. What's the world going to look like in 2050?
I don't
You
know.
know, it's going to be far beyond, I think, what we've anticipated.
I don't know. What do you think the interest rate's going to be in 2030?
I think blockchain is going to change everything. And I think by that time, we're going to be in a world much more embedded with electrical vehicles. Um, we're looking at a future that cares about the environment, that cares about interoperability, that
Yeah,
cares about decentralization,
yeah,
and putting more power into the people's hands because I think it's an inevitable thing. As this keeps growing, more people see the use case, more people see the power behind it. Um, and I think it'd be silly to underestimate the shockwave that this is going to have on up and coming countries. And I'm talking about Africa. You know, we're going to look at Africa, I think, as another superpower because of blockchain. I think it's going to be the next gold rush, but it's going to be in Africa that we create probably some of the most innovative technologies because of that. So that's just my speculation. But in how I look at it, that's we're going to look, it's going to be a place where we didn't expect it to come from. Or if you had looked at it back, maybe in the future, and you look back at it, you were like, oh, yeah, you could totally see how that was becoming relevant. But when you're living in it like we are now, it doesn't look that way, right? Take a look at El Salvador. What if El Salvador becomes like the next Cayman Islands because of Bitcoin? Right? The Cayman Islands being one of the most expensive places in the world to live in. El Salvador. Like, who would have thought?
countries are following suit. There's going to be more countries that switch to Bitcoin. I think if, for God's sake, let's hope it doesn't happen, the USD destabilizes.
Well, there's talks. Actually,
1 second.
there is actually some news that I heard. And apparently, apparently, the United States is actually in talks with MIT. in creating the digital dollar. Have you heard about this?
I had to kill 1,000 legger.
Have you heard about this? MIT working with the United States government on creating the digital dollar.
Yeah, for sure. That's about 3 years old. Yeah, they've been doing that for a long while.
Well, the conversations picked up again,
Yeah.
and yeah, this is like news that I think end of summer they're continuing work on it. So I think the whole deal with China and them wanting to meet the digital yuan, that's putting some peer pressure on the U.S.
Well, the Chinese stated plan is to to destabilize the USD with their digital yuan.
Right.
I don't know if that's their official plan, but that's what I heard. Maybe fake news. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
look,
to say things I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think in many regards, uh, I think countries are looking at crypto as a way to destabilize other countries and take over. I think that's a totally valid reason.
Well, crypto's not trying to take over.
I'm not saying crypto is. I'm saying countries are trying to utilize the technology of what crypto has. Right? They've seen already the disruption that it can do with Bitcoin. So if they can
What
capitalize
did
on
it
that,
destroy, though? What really did it destroy?
not that it's destroying anything. I'm saying they're looking at what Bitcoin can do.
It could
How
destabilize.
it could
It could
absolutely
destabilize the USD.
it could totally do that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's that they're looking at it as an opportunity, you know?
Well,
They're seeing
Bitcoin
it as
couldn't.
another avenue.
Bitcoin can't destabilize the USD.
No, but countries have been always trying to destabilize other countries for power for millennia.
Um,
Attacking the finance
we
system has always been a goal of many competing countries.
we have went to war over
Yes,
global reserve currency.
absolutely. Absolutely. Right? So now I don't know what kind of wars Bitcoin could entice. I don't know if it will, if maybe
Well, the
but
hash algorithm that Bitcoin uses was invented by the NSA.
yeah,
America seems to be like, hey, we don't even see it for what 15 years now.
yeah.
So maybe regulation is not coming to America. Maybe this is America's thing. This get out of jail free card. Well, oh, dollar destabilized, but at least we got Bitcoin.
Who knows, man? Um it's certainly a big contender in all of that though, right? So I mean
But
we're kind of
Bitcoin's
going off
not
the deep
ready.
end here, but it's all good.
Bitcoin's not ready to be a replacement for cash.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
We don't have
Definitely not.
all the stored. We don't have the infrastructure for it.
Right.
However, there's there's protocols that are. Cardano's way closer to that. Solana's way closer to that. Just
Yeah.
push notifications on the phone. Just there's ways. They got the credit cards that swipe and it spends any crypto you want, converts it to USD on the fly. There's ways. It works. Bitcoin's just too slow and the transaction fees are too much. So I think the industry is just looking for that golden goose blockchain that can be swiped at the store, converted to USD on the fly, cheap as possible, like
Sure.
fractions of a cent. And that's Solana, Phantom,
Yep.
Cardano.
Absolutely. These are the ones that we're looking at, right? The bigger the disruption, the better.
Yeah.
You know, it's because people are looking at crypto as a form of retirement.
They are.
You
They are.
know,
They really are.
they're getting
They're
out of the
looking
banks.
20, 30 years down the road.
Yeah, they're getting out of the banks and they're
Crypto's
looking
going to
at
be worth.
crypto
It's going to be
instead. That's
great. Yeah.
taking money out of USD. You know,
In 30
that's a
years, Bitcoin could be $1 million. I mean,
yeah.
it's reasonable.
I believe it. Even Kevin O'Leary believes it. He even said it himself, 500,000. And that was a lot sooner than 30 years. You know? So we're gonna see some tremendous numbers. And we're gonna all I can say is I think anybody who's participating now, you're very early
Yeah.
and you're all you're doing right now is you're going to look at gains. I think you're just going to look at gains in the future if you choose good projects that have solid fundamentals and solid teams.
If you bought Cardano at $2.50 and you're angry right now, just hold it. Just hold it and see if you don't laugh about how angry you were last year.
Good
Just hold
point.
it for a year.
Yeah,
Last year it
exactly.
was like 2 cents. And our projections for the end of the year was like, what,
And
10 cents? 10 cents by the end of the year was some projections. And it went up to 2.50.
yeah,
And it's still sitting at $1.35. So Cardano has been the best performer out of the top.
absolutely.
So just hold on to it.
Yeah,
Check out the Cardano Bitcoin pair on TradingView, Binance, and you'll see Cardano's going up against Bitcoin. Smart contracts are launching with less than 90 days,
yep,
and it's going to be a whole new epic of blockchain DeFi bonanza. It's going to be the DeFi summer all over again.
yeah. And if you're worried about, when's the best time to sell or buy, if you don't want to deal with that, then stake your tokens, get involved, right? Be a part of it.
Always stake your tokens. If you're not using them, stake them.
That's it.
And you're not using them. You're just investing in them. So
That's
stake them.
exactly right.
If
Are
you
you a
stake
trader
them,
or are
you
you an
earn more.
investor? Are you a trader or an investor? So I look at myself more as an investor, right?
And don't ever leverage trade.
Yeah, no,
Get
that's
wrecked every time.
way too much risk. Way too much risk for
Way
it to
too
make
much
sense.
risk. And
It's
don't buy the tops. There
crypto
will
is. Go
there
ahead.
will always be a crash.
Yes,
Wait
it's
for it.
crypto is too volatile for I think leverage trading. Leverage trade with stocks. I think that's better. But with crypto, I don't say
If
that.
you are not into crypto and you want to get into crypto, start sticking money away out of every paycheck into USDT and just hold it there and hold it there. Build as much USDT as possible. You earn like 6% APY, better than any bank.
Yep.
And just wait for crypto to crash.
Yeah.
And then
And
jump in.
and Shade Tree, you actually make a good point. Too many taxable events, right? If you keep
Too
trading,
many
that's a
taxable events.
taxable event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buy in and hold, and that's less work for your
Yeah.
taxes too.
Yeah. The best way to avoid paying any taxes is you just buy it and hold.
Right. I mean, if there's also if you want to play the really long game, there's even some crypto IRAs out there too. Um, those are pretty interesting. So do a little bit of research and take a look into those because I think at the end of
IRA.
that, yeah, there's crypto IRAs out there.
Yeah, people are waiting for a Roth, a crypto Roth IRA.
So that's another avenue if you want to go that route. So that's I think that's all. We've been on here for 2 hours. Oh my gosh. So, but as always, this is always so much fun. Jesse, thanks for having me on, brother.
Yeah, go ahead and take off. I'm going to take it from here.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good evening. I'll see you later.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, things crashed pretty hard, but relatively, if you bought longer than 5 months ago, you're still up. So all in all, things aren't too bad. We're holding steady at 33K for Bitcoin. And yes, we could dump a lot. We could dump further. If we go a little bit lower than this, we're likely going to dump. So sorry to those that bought up here. Am I even sharing my screen? I'm not. All right. Yeah, we're still technically up. You can't call that a bad investment unless you just bought in. Even if you got right here, you're still up 269% in 410 days, a little over a year. That's not bad at all. Even if you bought the peak of the last cycle, you're still up almost 200%. So Bitcoin's going up, obviously. I do not have faith that it's going to hold 30K. I feel great for Shade Tree said, I didn't buy any crypto until this year and I'm still happy. Yeah, I mean, even if your fiat balance went down, your cash equivalent of your portfolio went down, it's still, you still have the same amount of coins and it's going to go back up. And the beauty of when things drop, see, this dropped 52%, okay? But to get back up, it's 129%. So dips are so rewarding to buy because the way back up produces a lot more gains. But I do expect another drop to the downside. It's just not looking good for Bitcoin right now. CeeLo, on the other hand, has been boggling my mind. See where we're at now. We coming back down to earth yet, CeeLo? Up 61% in like 2 days. Yeah, we're coming back down. Or are we? Starting to go back up again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with CeeLo, if there's any news or something. It just pumped 183% in 3 days. Go figure. Close mooning? Shade Tree said, what the fuck is close mooning? I don't know what that means. And Theta's been doing great. Ampleforth, it's a DeFi token. Bought up like crazy. Still on its way up. Look at that. Up another 6.32% in the hour. Like, is it done yet? It's a governance token for the ample fourth, probably automated market maker like Yearn. Look at the losers. Yeah, I don't know why CeeLo is mooning, but it's past the all-time high. Go to the daily. Oh no, it's not, but it's looking really bullish. I don't know. Don't know why it did that. Not sure if I expect it to last though, because this is lower high, lower high. This is a downtrend, and then pop, and now we've already come back down about 15% there, just eyeing it out. I don't know. I just quickly jumped into the pump earlier today just to make a couple hundred and got right back out. I don't normally do that kind of thing, but it was pumping so hard. This is where I was saying there's nothing wrong with taking profits on the way up. If you take 5% 4 times on the way up, 20%, you can save it in USDT and wait for a pullback, and then all those profits you can stick right back in there, wait for the next run up. But I think everything might be going lower. Then again, I didn't see the crash coming, so don't listen to me. All right, what's the biggest losers here? Barnbridge. Barnbridge is actually a crypto on Coinbase. Hedge against DeFi yield sensitivity and price volatility. That's just a weird name, Barnbridge. The market cap of under 100 million. Coinbase lists coins that are under 100 million in market cap. This coin's never done well. Look at this. But yeah, I'm not sure what's up with CeeLo. Shade Tree said I was waiting for a 3x on Bitcoin Cash to pull my initial investment and just missed it. Now stuck riding it out. My favorite chart right now is ADA. and it's actually trending up. You really can't deny that. Even if you go to the bottom of this, it's still on an upward trend. But I believe Bitcoin's about to fall more, which is going to bring it down quite a bit. I hate to say it, but ADA could drop a lot. However, there's a lot of ADA staked. There's a lot of ADA enthusiasm. The community's devout. ADA's always held up stronger than any other crypto. Maybe it won't drop. I mean, look what it's done. It was 2 cents. Look at this. Not even to the bottom of the wick. The wick went all the way down to 1 cent, 1.7 cents. Let's just go to the candle. 2.3 cents to today. That's a 5,388% gain in a year and a half. And the fact that we're still holding these levels and we're trending up here, bullish. I like how AnySwap has, type in, sorry, got it there, for fractions of what Uniswap costs. Pretty great. Also, I like this I think is funny about Atari. You can't stake coins that you already own. However, you can buy locked tokens. So you can so essentially you can send Atari money and they will say, okay, they won't give you tokens. They'll give you quote unquote locked tokens for 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month. They don't tell you the APR here. I think that's kind of interesting. You can connect your MetaMask. They're making a little bit of progress, but why can't we stake? What's the problem with staking tokens we already own? Anyway, wallet at AtariChain.com. The wallet's coming out very soon to Play Store. It's going to be pretty epic. Still can't get into Exchange. And what's the last newest thing they put there? Swap? Oh, Dex. Dex.AtariChain.com. See, Phantom is officially supported. They have ETH, Atari, and Phantom. The only three on their swap right now. You connect your MetaMask, or you connect your MetaMask. You can use ETH to buy Atari, or Phantom to buy Atari, or swap between any of them. Which I'm assuming is using the Phantom network in the background, so gas fees are like nothing. So that's pretty cool. Finally, Atari released something, and the token is 6 cents. All right, that's it for me. I'll be back at you guys in no time. Hope everyone's making good investments, making wise choices in life. Dollar cost averaging these low prices and all that good stuff.